today. We're live on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and then I should be able to click go live here somewhere on Instagram. Wednesday morning, Gillian's already doing the stretches, which is good. Good morning, welcome to our Breathe, Balance, Move session this morning. On a Wednesday, we tend to focus that little bit more on movement, balance, a little bit of strength, but we keep obviously breathing, everything in terms of the breath in mind with the movement and the breath guiding the movement as well. Let's start off with some just very gentle shaking and tapping, just gently tapping the heels into the ground as well. So we're going to do some mobilization to start with. Little bit of lengthening out of the fascia of the tissues, ligaments, tendons, and we'll do a little bit of more sort of body weight strength stuff. Let's, with the breath, just take a full breath in through the nose. Expand, pause at the top for a few beats, and let go. And the same thing, full breath in through the nose, expand the chest. Pause at the top and let go. Really free up the shoulders. One more full breath in. Expand. And let go. And then just slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Breathing in. Full breath, breathing out. Smooth breath in. Breath out. One more, breathing in. Breathing out. And we're just going to stand, embrace the tree position. So just palms facing chest. Just balancing. And breathing gently in and out through the nose. Feel the feet in contact with the ground. Softness in the ankles, the knees, the hips. And then keeping your hands there, I just want you to think about breathing here, breathing laterally, breathing out to the side in the ribs there. So just creating that space in the ribs. So just normal breathing now, not necessarily taking bigger breaths in, but just noticing that expansion. You've created all this space here you can breathe into. Bring arms down to the side and then into knocking. Just making sure you move around a little bit if you need to, get your feet shoulder width apart. Key pointers to remember on this is you are using the ground. So remember that little trick, if you like, to just gently bring the heels towards the center line. So you're not pulling the heel in, but it's just a nod to bringing that heel towards the center line, and that creates the rotation ankle, knee, hip. And then the key thing with the spine is keep lifting through the crown of the head. So making sure you get in the rotation through that upper back. Remember, the lower back, I think, is about 12 degrees of rotation in the lower back, the lumbar spine. The thoracic spine, I'm pretty sure, is about 85 degrees of rotation. If we tighten that upper back, guess where it puts the load, where it puts the pressure down into the lower back, into the neck, into the shoulders. You can use the Qigong visualization of connecting to the earth through the ground. So through the feet, sinking into the earth, take your heels about 8 inches below the earth. Then you can lift from the crown to connect to the sky. Slow it down. Let's go back, stand for a moment. Let's go to embrace the tree position. Again, just checking in with the breath. Lower the arms. Let's do some shoulder rolls, rolling up and back. And as you're doing this, use the spine as well. So you can see I'm just rolling slightly forwards and then up, tilting slightly forwards and up. So using the spine, and breathing in as you roll up. Change direction. Use the spine again. And then have a little bit of a shake out. This arm one is becoming one of my favorite stretches. So going into clap the hands, so really flexing, stretching everything out, and then stretching everything out with the wrists and then down and then spiraling and round. So think of lengthening all of the fascia, the ligaments and the tendons all the way, fingertips all the way through the arm line. Let's change direction, pushing out to the side. And then shake out. Quite like this arm swing as well. So we're just going to slightly hinge forwards, just so you don't whack your face and knock your glasses off. And just swinging And then opposite side. This one is a lot easier than the other one. And then both together. Washing the face. So really feel the shoulders here, really feel the shoulder blades. You get that little bit of rotation through the spine as well. Go the other way. And shake out. Go a little bit wider on the feet. Let's go hips, big circles. You can put your hands on your hips. I actually quite like just letting my arms hang, because then you can see if you're tightening any arms or shoulders unnecessarily. And changing direction. Come up to standing, bring your feet fist width apart. Let's balance and breathe as we flex and point. So making sure you're breathing calmly in and out through the nose. If you need to use your arms to balance, or if you're completely wobbling all over the place, do feel free to use something to lean on. Yes, it's great to be balancing and practicing your balance as well, but we're predominantly focusing on this mobility of the ankle and the foot, circling, spreading the toes in one direction, circling, spreading the toes in the other direction, shaking it out, and then back to standing on both feet. Take a moment just to balance, breathe as you flex and point. The other side. So making sure you're not bracing with the breath, you're breathing in and out through the nose calmly. And then circling, spreading the toes. Changing direction. And shaking out. Then let's do our leg swing, where you're internally rotating the hip, externally rotating the hip. So you get in sort of like that figure of 8. So you swing across and lower. Opposite side. And just lowering, soft landing, not crashing into the ground. As he crashes into the ground. If you wobble, that's fine. And then shake out. Let me just put my clock on so I can see the clock. Let's do a bit of a spine wave. So let's go a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Remember, we start from the pelvis, so we're tilting the pelvis forwards or spilling out the front of the pelvis, but we keep that chest lifted and we keep the chin lifted, until we get to that point where we can't keep the chest and chin lifted much longer. And then we roll down, a little bit of bend in the knees, tuck the pelvis underneath, that rolls us back up. So everything is coming from our center point here, tilting forwards. And then tucking under, rolling up. Nice and steady. Lifting the sternum, stretching through the throat. And on the next one, you can either just hang for a moment if that feels comfortable. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you just want to come to standing, just come up to standing. But if you want to hang, just stay there. Relax the head, relax the shoulders. Keep breathing, and with every breath, maybe you can just hang a little bit lower, but don't force anything. If it starts to feel uncomfortable, come up slowly. It's no rush. Take your time to come up slowly. And when you do come up from the hang, you're just bending your knees a little bit, pushing through the ground, rolling up. Standing tall. So when you're ready, if you're still hanging, just slowly roll up. Take your time, there's no rush. Have a little bit of a shake, shaking out your legs. Let's go into tigers. Tiger claws, breathing easy in and out through the nose. Go as deep as you need to without straining. So remember, the breath is guiding the movement, just breathing rhythmically, softly, soft inhale. Nice and smooth. Let's do a couple more. Come up to the top and then let the breath settle. You'll feel that increase most probably in heart rate a little bit when you stop. You feel that slight increase in breath rate. Should be able to keep it calm and easy. Sun's come out again so you can't see me. Should be able to keep it calm and easy in and out through the nose. Next one, we're going to go into tiger, and we're going to go about a quarter of the way and just stay there. So come down, you're still doing the tiger. Now we're holding the position, but we're not holding the breath. So you're just breathing easy in and out through the nose. And this is that idea of doing your isometric contraction, loading the body in a specific position, strengthening the muscles, the ligaments, and the tendons. But while you're doing that, the calm, slow nasal breathing is signaling to the mind that we're safe. So you're strengthening the body and keeping that mind calm and relaxed. It's telling your brain that everything is good. The minute the breath changes, Body is very clever. When you overload your nervous system, when you overload your musculoskeletal system, your breath will change. That change in breath will tell you. So if you have to start holding the breath, or if that breath gets a little bit more irregular, that's when you've got to your edge and you just come back up to standing. So it's easy for me here to go, right, as a group, we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7. Fine, great. But you're not going to get that nuanced, or more than nuanced effect. You're not going to get that really good effect where we're strengthening the system, strengthening the body, keeping the mind relaxed. So let the breath guide the tipping point, that change. And I could feel the heat actually there. I know I'm talking as well. So then come up to standing when you're ready. You'll notice the breath settling. You'll notice your heart rate coming down. And then we'll go again, go a little bit lower. And hold a position. Making sure you keep lifted here. Remember, making sure that everything's in a line as well. So you don't be holding strange positions unless we're doing that deliberately, which sometimes we are doing. So if you're holding the position and you've got feet, knees aligned over the second toes, still got that chest lifted. Remember, we're being guided by the breath. Guided by the breath. Everybody's going to be different here. It's not a competition. So if you're watching on Zoom, don't think you can't be the first one to go, because otherwise you've failed a test. You want to go when you feel that breath rate maybe getting a little bit more irregular. Maybe you need a little bit heavier. You're wanting to hold the breath. Then just come up to standing. When you come up to standing, some of you may still be down there holding the position. That's absolutely fine. But when you come up to standing, you'll notice, take that slightly fuller breath. That's good, because that fuller breath is wanting to clear any CO2 that you're building, because you're creating a lot of CO2 there by holding that position. Your body wants lots of oxygen. Big muscles. We're using the big muscles there on that squat, using all the muscles. So once the breath is settled, let's go low. So this time, again, not going so low that it hurts. We don't want any pain. Go low down. And then stay. And some people can sit here for, I remember in Bali, the building site, if we were having a lunch like this. So you can sit in that position, making sure you hold the position, but making sure that you're breathing easy in and out through the nose. If you have any pain, that's going to change how you breathe. So that will be a signal to say, I don't want to hold this position through pain. Remember, the nervous system is very clever. It recognizes where you are overloading the musculoskeletal system, the neurological system. And of course, you've got to be able to get out of this as well. So when we're coming up, when you're ready, pushing through the ground, slowly coming up. Again, I can feel the heat from that. I just feel that heat. Breath in, breath out. Now, if you feel you want to take a fuller breath in, deliberately, if you feel you want to exhale, to do that little bit of cleansing and clearing, and then back to nasal breathing, back to just breathing nice and easy. So that's another way you can play with one of the best exercises, movements, that squat position, just adding those 3 steps where you just pause, hold a position, so you're strengthening there and stretching, but you're breathing, you're telling your mind all is good. A little bit lower, hold the position, breathe. A little bit lower, hold, breathe. Do not go, I'm going to do it for 30 seconds. I'm going to see if I can get to a minute. Because if we're going for time, we'll be going like this and, oh, yeah, I've done it. Whoa, which is fine, which is good. But it's not as good as what we are doing here, telling the mind everything is safe as we're strengthening the system. Have a little bit of a shake out. Shaking out the legs. Pulling down, breathing in. Breathing out. Breath in. Out. Really signaling calm now. And then interlocking the thumbs. Bringing the feet together. And then just closing your eyes. Just allowing the body to gently rock and sway. Maybe spiral a little for some bamboo in the wind. And then taking a calm, full breath in through the nose. Opening your eyes. Stepping out. Giving yourself a brush down. So head, back of the neck, chest, lower back, down the back and the sides of the legs. Up the inside of the legs. You can have a little tap in the hips, which is quite nice. Then let's do palms together. Press the palms together there. Bend the elbows back. Same thing, brush down the back of the neck. Chest, back and sides. A little bit of tap in the hips. Maybe a little bit of tap around the belly to tell it, yeah, go and have a croissant. Go and have a pastel de nata. Brilliant. Excellent. Any questions? As always, please do give me a shout. If you have any requests of anything that you want to work on in these sessions, please do let me know. And I will see you next, where are we now? We're Wednesday, aren't we? Monday. I will see you on Monday. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks for your time. Take care. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.